Okay, so we're back on at this point. We would like to acknowledge the champions of energy efficiency for lifetime achievement in this space. The first one up is Todd from Bonneville Power Administration. And Todd's being recognized for his profound impact on industrial energy efficiency across 20 years or more, where he's provided leadership and providing customer service, initiation of programs, and equitable strategic energy management outreach. So let me give you a bit of his background and then invite Todd to say a couple of words. One is that he's been employed there for, as I mentioned, some 20 some years. But as he's worked in this space, he's been one of the prime implementers with Cascade Energy and Triple Point staff on adapting established measurement and verification techniques to continuously measure and verify energy savings for strategic energy management. He's also managed the development, training, application of BPA's measurement, verification protocols and guidelines, including the selection guide. This body of work provides BPA, Pacific Northwest Utility customers with an overview of protocols, application, reference guides. Todd's got a BS and an MS in mechanical engineering from the University of Portland and the University of Washington, respectively. So with that, Todd, any comments?
Yes, thank you, Ed, and to ACEEE for this award, and to whoever nominated me. It's much appreciated, and this wouldn't have been possible without several others who shared their wisdom and provided me with encouragement and support along the way. From BPA, Jennifer Eskel and Chris Milan, our industrial sector and tech leads for roughly 3/4 of my 20 years at BPA before they retired. And to Jennifer, Wood, and Aaron Hope, who formed a heck of an industrial team many years, which continued with new additions, Eric Mollendor and Nathan Kelly. And from Energy Smart Industrial, Cascade Energy, there's too many worth mentioning here, but Steve Martin, Eric Holman, Sarah York, and Eva Urbach have been top-notch industrial program implementers, great collaborators on a number of fronts, and wonderful, caring people who I just continue to find myself feeling productive and in good spirits when involved in one or more meetings with them, even those more challenging ones. And of course, grateful to my family, who I love dearly. And just, there's been a lot of satisfaction these last 12 years of Energy Smart Industrial, working with our utility customers, of course, ESI, Cascade Energy staff, especially our energy performance tracking team. Check out that MTNR reference guide, now revision 9. Neighbors, Energy Trust of Oregon, Kim, Katie, and many others. Northwest Collaborative Leadership Team and M&V Working Group. Please check out those still highly relevant white papers, and our BPA M&V protocol contractors and regional stakeholders. And the list goes on. That all end with EVO, IPMVP staff, CMVP trainers, and volunteers too. Please check out the new guide documents in the COVID impacts white paper. And just I look forward to my time ahead, continuing to work with ESI, BPA staff, advancing M&V, and hopefully contributing to decarbonization efforts in industrial space and participating in more ACEEE summer studies too. Thank you.
Todd, thanks for those comments and for your contributions to the field. It certainly takes a community or a family to make some really big impact in the energy efficiency space, and your work has demonstrated success there. Next, we'd like to recognize Lauren Castantini. Lauren unfortunately couldn't join us due to some other work that she has going on, but she's being recognized for bringing innovative technologies and practices into the market and influencing policies, regulations, and legislation at all levels of government. Although Lauren wasn't able to join us today due to a prior commitment, she did send a statement, which I'll read. And she says, "I am so honored to be recognized by ACEEE for the 2021 Energy Policy Award. Congratulations to all the other champions of energy efficiency. Unfortunately, I won't be able to accept this award in person due to a scheduling conflict, and I wish to be there to congratulate you all. Over the years, I've been a grateful partner with ACEEE and witnessed a foundational impact they have had on energy efficiency by championing advocacy, research, and policy. On the personal level, ACEEE and Steve Nadell helped launch the direction of my career as we've worked together on many key national initiatives, such as the Consortium for Energy Efficiency Formation, Appliance Standard Strategies, and Market Transformation Initiatives. As many of you know, Nexent recently joined Resource Innovations. Our combined team is excited to bring deep expertise in energy efficiency programs and software to help create equal access to clean energy with diverse partnerships to address the challenges of climate change and to reimagine this industry, which has in so many ways on the horizon. As leaders in energy efficiency, we will continue to influence regulations and legislation that will help achieve our goals towards a more sustainable energy future. Okay, next up, we've got Christina Garcia, and Christina is being recognized for fiercely advocating for market transformation at the intersection of clean energy and diversity. Unfortunately, Christina couldn't be with us as well, but she also sent a comment. And she noted that this recognition helps to shine light on the need to be intentional when it comes to diversity and inclusion in our industry. I'm grateful for this award and hope to continue to use the group Lactedness and Sustainability to bridge the gap for those that are underrepresented. Next up is Peter Gurley. And Peter, as many of you know, lost his battle with cancer in January of 2021. So this is a posthumous award. I'll invite Mike Galeazano in a couple minutes to provide some additional information on Peter, but I'll read some of the background information so you know of Peter's contributions to this area, and then Mike can come in with some more personal information. But Peter here is being recognized for his leadership of successful programs, including the Regional Manufacturing Institute's Next Generation Energy Efficiency Gains Program. So Peter served as Vice President of the Regional Manufacturing Institute, RMI, in Maryland, where he worked to improve the image of manufacturing, develop a workforce pipeline, and provide energy services and lead manufacturers to an analog to digital transformation. He managed RMI's energy program for Maryland manufacturers being served by the Delmarva Power and Pepco utilities. He also managed a $3 million energy efficiency program for Maryland manufacturers served by BG&E, saving them close to $2 million off their energy bills annually. He served in senior positions with both private and public international organizations, including the U.S. Agency for International Development. He established business offices throughout Asia, and his strategic efforts helped U.S. businesses realize over $730 million in clean technology transitions in the region, and a water partnership between Maryland and Singapore's Public Utilities Board. He received a BA from Frostburg University in political science and French, and completed executive courses on trade, finance, and sustainability from Thunderbird American Graduate School. At this point, I'll invite Mike, who's the president of RMI there in Maryland, to provide a few comments.
Ed, thank you very much. And also congratulations to all the others that are being recognized today. But I would like to begin to thank the council for recognizing Peter Gurley. He's just an incredible individual. But I also want to give thanks to Dr. Mary Tung, who is the director of the Maryland Energy Administration. All the accomplishments that we made with Peter here in Maryland was as a result of our partnership with the Maryland Energy Administration, which is actually a part of Governor Hogan's office here in Maryland. Also, Eric Kaufman and Kate Whiteleather from MEA. They've just been amazing partners that have allowed us to accomplish the work that we did. When I first met Peter Gourlay some 20 years ago, he was the one that helped me to understand the importance of sustainability, energy efficiency, and manufacturing as it related to the environment and, again, into energy efficiency. So in many ways, he was my teacher. Shortly after that, we were able to get funds to support an initiative on energy efficiency gains. I can tell you that Peter single-handedly, with a very diverse, small team of engineers and support staff over the last 8 to 10 years, did remarkable work in reaching out to manufacturers here in Maryland to get them to see that how important it was to focus on energy efficiency. The program has been enormously successful, and much of the testament of that has been when we heard manufacturers speak out on how they would have never have done this if it hadn't been for RMI. Well, RMI was Peter Gourlay. RMI was Peter Gourlay. And I think everybody understands that when you have great accomplishments, it comes because you have great leadership. Peter Gourlay was my best friend. He was a truly remarkable human being. His inner spirit is what made our program so successful. He knew how to work with people. He understood the importance of energy efficiency, but he also understood how to energize people, to get them engaged, to get them involved. I guess his personal mission in life was to just make things better for society, better for communities. And in his dealings with people, I can tell you, to a person here in Maryland, they'll tell you that Peter Gourlay was one of the most remarkable good guys that they have ever met. I know his family and his 2 daughters will greatly appreciate this recognition. So to the council members and to those who selected him, I just want you to understand, you really created great significance for those of us here in Maryland who cared so much for Peter, who loved him, and who today still miss him. Thank you very much.
Mike, thanks so much for your touching comments there relative to Peter and the personal perspective, the impact that he had not only for energy efficiency, but also on the human dimensions. And yes, please relay this recognition to his family members as well. Next, we have Shante Harris, and she's being recognized for her long-time efforts to scale innovative and impactful nationwide campaigns, technologies, and ideas in the public and private sectors. So just a little bit of background here. She leads the Investor Network and Corporate Partnerships for Venture for Climate Tech, a climate tech venture studio and accelerator sourcing the best climate tech solutions across the globe. She also oversees the For Climate Tech Global Innovation Challenge and is spearheading the exploration of a thesis for a new financial mechanism funding early stage climate tech alongside the 2M Capital team. Named by America on Tech as an innovator and disruptor in tech policy and women's e-news, as a pioneering woman in sustainability, Shante is passionate about urban innovation, building sustainable cities, cross-sector collaboration, and tapping into community to launch better solutions, initiatives, and technologies. She has worked to scale nationwide programs, technologies, and ideas for the Obama administration, Fortune 500 companies, and startups. Most recently, she launched and grew 2 new practice areas at an urban and political strategy firm dedicated to business strategy and sustainability, with deep expertise in developing go-to-market strategies for startups and established companies across the sustainability industry. She brings unique insight into building ecosystems with a shared vision for people and the planet. Shante is also a venture partner with Republic and NextGen. Shante?
Hi, can you all hear me? Great. Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Well, I would like to start by saying thank you for this distinguished honor from the American Council for an Energy Efficient Economy. I really appreciate all who have deliberated on this year's nominees, and I'm sure it wasn't easy, as I can imagine there was a pool of esteemed candidates. So it is truly an honor to be here with you all today. I have spent the majority of my career, as my bio mentioned, working across various sectors and really championing public-private partnerships, because I believe when we break silos and we build together, we're able to have a stronger and a more long-lasting impact. Our team at Second Muse, which is where I currently work, has witnessed firsthand over the past decade what happens when we champion future economies that are more inclusive, sustainable, and equitable. The best solutions, technologies, and ideas get funded and are deployed. What is evident through the work that I do every day and the amazing founders that I speak with, as well as the corporate innovation arms, investors, and foundations that have come together to explore how can we really solve for the climate crisis, how can we create more energy efficient economies, is that collaboration is key, and that none of us can solve, the huge problems that our world is facing alone. I'm inspired by innovators who have the audacity to build companies in this space that oftentimes require, a longer road to market entry, but also a lot more capital. They tend to be a lot more capital intensive in terms of hardware solutions and manufacturing processes. And I'm sure a lot of folks who are tuning in are very familiar with all of these aspects. And so it's just been such an incredible ride to launch Venture for Climate Tech over the past year. We are a early stage climate tech venture studio, an accelerator hybrid model, helping the best ideas get to prototype and really understand how they can scale over the next 5 to 10 years. We consider ourselves at the earliest stage of de-risking climate technology and really thinking about what are those last mile solutions that we need in order to actually reach the climate goals that we have, not only in New York State, where we're based, but also across the globe, as many of our founders actually are not based in New York City, but have an application here. So again, it's such a pleasure to be here. I'm extremely inspired by the rest of the winners. I want to acknowledge Peter's family and just say, I hope he rests in peace. And it sounds like he's done remarkable work while he's been in this industry. Additionally, I want to thank my immediate team working on the studio with me. We have a strong but mighty team, and every day we show up to support our founders, to think about innovation across various sectors and really start to connect the dots between technology, development, project finance. I think all of the varied just expertise that goes into implementing solutions that we know will have a greater impact for communities. And I also want to name the Women of Color Collective in sustainability that I started really as a passion project 2 years ago, acknowledging that I felt many of the rooms that I was in didn't reflect my own identity. And so I felt that it was important that we created space for women of color working in sustainability, not only in terms of community, but also to acknowledge their expertise and what they bring uniquely to this industry. And so I'm excited about what it looks like when all of us continue to partner to not only, support the best solutions, but also the best talent and those who really have the skill sets to drive the goals that we're working towards. So thank you all again for having me here today. It's such a pleasure. I'm really excited about all of the work that everyone who's shown up today is championing, and I'm looking forward to potentially collaborating with you all to build great solutions that will sustain people and planet over time.
Thanks so much, Shante, for not only your impact, but for those comments and the teams that you have led. Let me also acknowledge on behalf of the organizers, Michael Stowe, who's being recognized for his devotion to encouraging long-term and widespread industrial energy efficiency and strategic energy management. Just to give you a little bit of background on Mike, he's a senior energy engineer at Advanced Energy in Raleigh, North Carolina, specializing in industrial process energy efficiency and strategic energy management. He has over 30 years of involvement in manufacturing plants and energy efficiency work, including roles as a maintenance manager, facility plant engineer, and energy engineer. Mike has extensive experience with many industrial processes and all types of plant facility support systems. Mike works with utilities, industrial equipment vendors, and manufacturing plant teams to find the best technical and most energy efficient solutions for industrial processes. He has earned numerous credentials and certifications and is a nationally recognized subject matter expert on ISO 50001 and SEM. He serves on several Industrial Process Trade Association and ISO 50001 related boards and committees. He was a mechanical engineer, got a degree from Georgia Tech. Also served in the US Navy on nuclear powered submarines. So, with that, Mike, I'll give it to you for comments.
Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the honor from ACEEE and appreciate the ability to work in the energy industry. For many, many years, I manufactured things, made stuff, and worked. And energy was always part of my job, but more in the background. And I finally got the opportunity to go work for an energy consulting firm. And now I go talk to the people that are in the roles I used to be in and help them with their plant and their manufacturing. I would really like to thank several people, several of the agencies we work for, the federal government, Department of Energy, Federal Energy Management, FEMP, Oak Ridge National Labs, Lawrence Berkeley National Labs. They have provided us great opportunity for training and working with energy management within their programs. And also Duke Energy in the Carolinas. There's a program in North Carolina where Duke Energy funds Advanced Energy to go do energy assessments at manufacturing and commercial sites. And we look at everything from the air compressors to the processes and really try to make, if you're making bricks, we want to help you make more bricks with less energy. That's kind of what we really try to look for and provide that. One thing I will say, we continue to see over the past several years much more interest in carbon reduction, carbon footprint reduction. We get lots of inquiries about that, and people are using energy efficiency and process improvements and energy efficiency improvements across their manufacturing plants and sites to help reduce their carbon footprint. And many times the driving factor behind someone wanting an energy assessment or a help with an energy implementation of a project is to reduce their carbon footprint. So we see a great deal of that moving forward. Again, thank you all very much. I would like to recognize a couple people at Advanced Energy. I would not be able to do the things I do without them. My manager, CC Maurer, business development manager, Kip Butler, who works great and helps me to get business going, and Christy Broad and Jonathan Sussler, who help with our marketing and deployment of our program. So thanks to all of you. And again, thank you to ACEEE. I really appreciate it and look forward to working more, making more stuff with less energy. Thanks.
For all the champions of energy efficiency, we'd like to thank you for your multiple contributions over many years, the teams that you've led, the impact that you've had with your partners. But don't stop here. Keep it going, because we look forward to those additional impacts, and certainly they're needed. As Mike said, that there is a transition here to including carbon. And as you reduce energy, you're reducing carbon, and that's definitely part of this story of this panel of sustainability and industrial decarbonization. So with that, we'll close this session and invite you to look forward to the next sessions coming up.